Number 1. Do you know, dinosaurs are divided into two groups by the structure of their hip bones? On the hips of saurischian, or lizard-hipped, dinosaurs, one of the bones pointed forward. In the hips of ornithischian, or bird-hipped, dinosaurs, all the bones pointed backwards. Ironically, scientists believe that birds evolved from lizard-hipped dinosaurs, not bird-hipped dinosaurs. Number 2. Do you know, depending on the species, a woodpecker's tongue can be up to 4 long. It stores this long tongue by curling it in and sticking it through a specialized opening at the back of its neck, where it can then put it between the skull and skin. Number 3. Do you know, the Egyptian vulture drops stones onto ostrich eggs to crack them, then eats the spilled eggs? Number 4. Do you know, the Australian pelican has the longest bill of any bird in the world? It is nearly 2 feet (0.5 meters) in length. The sword-billed hummingbird, with its 3.9-inch (10 centimeters) bill, is the only bird with a bill that's longer than its body. Number 5. Do you know, according to legend, the panda was once an all-white bear. When a small girl tried to save a panda cub from being attacked by a leopard, the leopard killed the girl instead. Pandas came to her funeral wearing armbands of black ashes. As they wiped their eyes, hugged each other, and covered their ears, they smudged their black ashes. Number 6. Do you know, while the brains of most mammals have a relatively smooth surface, the brains of humans are extremely convoluted. The dolphin brain is even more folded than humans, and was this way millions of years before the first appearance of humans. Scientists often measure intelligence by the number of brain folds. Number 7. Do you know, horses have a strong band of muscles around their esophagus? This band is so strong that a horse's stomach would typically burst before it vomited. Number 8. Do you know, the male mandrill is the largest monkey? It is almost 1 meter, 3.3 feet, long and weighs about 35 kilograms, 77 pounds. Number 9. Do you know, dogs have 3 eyelids? The third lid, called a nictitating membrane or haw, keeps the eye lubricated and protected. Number 10. Do you know, when compared proportionally to the weight of the parent birds, penguin eggs are smaller than any other bird species. Additionally, a penguin eggshell constitutes 10 to 16% of the weight of a penguin egg, most likely to minimize the risk of breakage in rough environments. Number 11. Do you know, fish have sleep-like periods where they have lowered response to stimuli, slowed physical activity, and reduced metabolism, but they do not share the same changes in brain waves as humans do when they sleep. Number 12. Do you know, the horse head used in the movie The Godfather was real? Number 13. Do you know, mother pandas in captivity give birth to twins more often than mothers in the wild do? Number 14. Do you know, in May 1963, an American cow called Fawn was carried 0.8 kilometers, half a mile, by a tornado and landed safely in a field. 5 years later, another tornado carried her over a bus. Number 15. Do you know, Portuguese men of war can grow to be 165 feet, 50 meters, long, although 30 feet is more typical. On a baseball diamond, they would reach from home plate to first base, and more than halfway to second. Man of war can sometimes be seen in groups of 1,000 or more floating in warm ocean waters. To avoid threats, they can deflate their air bladder and briefly sink under the water. Number 16. Do you know, the most common wild bird in the world is the red-billed calea, with an estimated adult breeding population of 1.5 billion pairs. It mostly lives in sub-Saharan Africa, and thousands of birds can be found in a single flock. The most common non-wild bird is the chicken. Number 17. Do you know, some fish, such as the herbivorous fish, grazers, often lack jaw teeth, but have tooth-like grinding mills in their throats called pharyngeal teeth. Number 18. Do you know, because whales must rise to the surface often to breathe, only 1/2 of their brain sleeps at a time. This process allows their body to get adequate rest, while still providing for the necessary function of breathing to survive. Number 19. Do you know, a cat is more likely to die if it falls from the top of a 7-story building than if it falls from the top of a 20-story building? The extra falling time gives the cat a chance to realize what is happening and land properly. Number 20. Do you know a wolf pup's eyes are blue at birth? Their eyes turn yellow by the time they are 8 months old.